music. That was a really good one. I like the link as well with our boys, the Bee Gees. As if I know you won't have been able to hear that because you were too busy doing cooking things in the Cook Shack here, Beth. But essentially, a group who sang one song written by the Bee Gees and then dumped them as if you do. But they did, and were practically never heard of again. So, you know, I think that proves that they were perhaps wrong to make that decision.
Defines regret, really, that, doesn't it? This is Late Lunch live from the Cook Shack this afternoon, and we are cooking up a storm. Thank you to everybody who's getting in touch with suggestions for songs that we should play. John at Video Moments, the food song, Mouldy Old Dough.
Oh, yes,
that's a
right,
good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Everybody who is in touch will go into the Late Lunch list, and you could win £25 to spend at ShopRite, which, as we've discovered already, is a wonderful place to go for your fresh ingredients.
Exactly, you could use it to make stuff that we're talking about. You could make this incredible quiche because most of those ingredients you'd be able to get at ShopRite, I think, wouldn't you, Georgie?
You certainly can, because I'm sure they'll be stocking the lovely Manx asparagus, definitely smoked salmon they have there, Paddy's smoked salmon. They have all the Starvey Farms tarragon that we've got in there, salmon fillets. So yeah, and the flour for laxi flour for making the lovely pastry dough.
And all you need to do is go to our Facebook to watch the video of how to do it.
And speaking of Laxey Flour Mill, actually, Howard and I are returning with Tammy Gindis this Thursday, and we have an exclusive tour around the Laxey Flour Mill, which was so exciting.
She looks great in a shower cap.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, we need to pick something from outside. Oh, you've got a load of shower caps.
Oh, she's got the
Shower
caps.
caps are the best thing in the world. I've got hundreds of them here. I only stay at hotels now that have shower caps because they're reusable. You can use them for covering bowls and everything, wash them and reuse. They're the best little tip.
See, I thought you were going to say as hairnets, but actually you mean to use sort of on bowls and things.
Yeah, not pre-used, new ones. So every night, if they put a shower cap out, I grab it. And I have to say, the Sofitel at Gatwick is a really good place.
Okay, Georgia, we need to pick something from your garden. While we walk out there, I'm just going to tell you that Jude and Ramsey has been in touch to say, I've got the marbles, only one woman on 45 RPM black vinyl.
Oh, she should be one of our Vinyl Virtues guests.
Oh,
I meant to say we thought of a pun afterwards for that because Mark has a theme for all of his greatest hits, and we should have really said they lost their marbles.
Oh.
Yeah, but there you go. Where are we going, Georgie?
We're just going into the little garden here, Cook Shack garden, and we're going to pick some fresh parsley and some fresh chives.
Oh, this is very pretty. And do you know what? The thing I love about Georgie, she makes sure that everything looks beautiful. So colour is a big thing for Georgie. So she's there now, picking these chives, cutting them. Is that the best thing to do? It looks quite dramatic.
You have a nibble of that
because
that's full of iron and so good for you.
So nom, nom, nom.
Go on, have a little.
I've stolen it.
Yep, a little bit of parsley.
Thank you. And there's some chives down
here. And there are
as
some
well.
chives there. We're going to use these ones here.
Oh, that is a good strong flavour. It's lovely. Very nice.
So I had the most amazing gardener last year called Sue Gower Jackson, who helped me establish the garden. And we had all flowers edible, so like the primulas are edible.
You can eat primulas. So if you're just walking through a gorgeous Manx Glen and you see primulas, you can just eat them.
Starving, I would say you can pick them. Pick them selectively.
Yeah, maybe not from the edges.
Yeah, a bit like the wild garlic. And I've already put some seeds in, and we've got mange tout already over there, and we've got the peas in, and the greenhouse, the tomato plants are in there, and life is pretty good.
So we were with Tanya at Allotment last week, and we were talking about what's sort of out there now. You had an interesting phrase for this time of year when it comes to growing food and bits and bobs.
Yes, so at the moment it's sort of known as the hunger gap because the winter vegetables are just coming to the end, and we're not quite into the summer veggies yet. So we're just sort of stretching the winter ones at the moment, but so there are quite a few. I mean, I know that lovely Dot Price has kale, and of course Bry Rad, he's still got a load of veggies there. We went and bought them on Saturday, and we can get by. And we're not going to starve here.
No, and one of the things as well that we were talking to Tanya about was the wild garlic, which now I think it's flowering now, isn't it? So it's probably too late to make use of it.
When it flowers, it gets stronger, obviously, in taste. But we do have here, which I thought we would add to
I've seen this on your Instagram.
I thought we would add to our salads, rather lovely. These are the flower buds that before they opened up, and I picked these around Lamb Hill area. And I just pickled them in some vinegar, a little bit of sugar, juniper berries, pink peppercorns. salt and pepper, and those are now mature. It only takes 2 weeks for those to mature. I've got a few jars of those, but don't they look pretty?
They do look pretty. And do you know what? I would never have thought about it. Did you literally just make that up and think, oh, I might try shoving those in vinegar and see what happens?
No, there's a lovely girl called Molly Scanlon who has been visiting the island, and she's in Bath, and she said, she's a fabulous chef. She is on yachts, etc. So she says, you need to try this. So I gave it a go, and they are rather delicious, crisp and delicious with cheese on biscuits and, a bit like a pickled onion, I suppose.
This is just amazing. So where are we up to with our quiche then?
Yes.
So, right, what we need to do now is we're going to get Liz to check those potatoes that probably need to be turned down a bit.
Can I just say a huge thank you to Liz, who's running around. She's cleaning everything. She's keeping your kitchen clean is so important, isn't it?
Do you know what? This Cook Shack has been here now for 2.5 years, and everybody who comes in says it looks brand new. And it's because I've got an amazing slew of cleaners that will come day and night. It's got every single course. It's got to be pristine. And you're only as good as your last course. So it's really important you keep your standards up.
And it's a good thing as well to teach young people, because as you've said before, you're really intent, aren't you, on teaching young people. And also carers. You work with carers a lot, don't you?
So, young carers. So we have lovely crossroad carers send youngsters here as young as 5. I think I've had about 5 to 13-year-olds, and we've had, it's ongoing. We are sort of teaching them to cook basic meals, but also to have a bit of fun as well. And there's a wonderful charity called Manx Youth Opportunities who have been very kindly paying for those courses, Nigel Watson. And so, we're very fortunate. We've got them coming back. They love coming here. They get bread to take home. They make pies. They take those home too. So, yeah, it's all good fun.
It really is. Can I just say, we've just had an email from Vicky to say, can I say happy birthday to my husband, Yorgo, who is 70 years young today, from all the Papadopoulos family and friends. So they're going into the late lunch list. But the parsley now is being chopped. I mean, expertly chopped there, obviously.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. We would, you just sort of, just keep the knife point down and just keep going around like that. So we've got that, and then we've got some delicious chives. So you could either chop the chives with a pair of scissors, or just been picked. And we haven't washed them, but we have no dogs around here, so that's good. And it's just as nature intended.
Do you ever, I'm assuming some parents may be a little bit nervous about having kids around knives, but from what you were saying earlier, it's more about educating them at an early age.
Yeah, I mean, you do see these YouTube clips, don't you, and Facebook clips of these kids in, like, Syria, etc., making bread and grinding millet, etc., from like age 2 to 3, So why not? The earlier you start them, the more we can get them passionate about using local produce and using good produce.
That's what it's all about. Okay, so what next? We must be nearly ready with this now. It's looking amazing.
Chives, and we're just going to scatter those all around there, yeah? So it just gives it a bit of flavour. We haven't put any salt or pepper in this because I don't think it needs it. The salmon has enough salt in it when it's being cured. Okay, and then in here we've got the double cream from Isle of Man Creameries. We've got our beautiful local eggs. I like to put a little bit of creme fraiche in that. So we're going to add one more little thing here. We're going to add our little secret ingredients, which is some horseradish. Okay, just a spoon or 2 of that gives it a lovely flavour. And then we're just going to pour this into there, and we're going to shove it in the agar.
And then we will have a quiche fit for a king. And if you've been listening to this but you want to see it, our Ben is doing an amazing job on social media, and there are Facebook Live videos, and so you'll be able to go back and watch that later as well.
And I think what we'll do after the show is finished, because we are actually nearing the end now, is have a little tour around with Georgie and do a video actually about the Cook Shack itself, because it is a beautiful building. As I said when I walked in here, it just actually made me want to cook, which is a bit of a miracle.
Live here. I don't know if she'll let me.
She wouldn't notice us in the drawer.
I love you girls. I really do. You are such a team. Mind the door there, darling. Yep, that door's awfully hot.
Oh, it's going in the agar.
I'm putting it on the base. That's very hot there. Okay, so do be careful. Putting it on the base of the agar in the roasting oven, and I'm just going to leave it there for 20 minutes, and then probably pop in a cold shelf so it doesn't burn the top, because that oven is at 500 degrees.
Wow! wow, gosh, you've really got to be good. But as we learned when we did the show all about Argas and how to use them. So
all about Argus.
Do you know,
Yes, I was there the other day.
there you go. See,
Doing
I think we've learned a little bit. I'm not sure I could still be left alone in the kitchen to do all of this, but we've learned a bit.
I think every kitchen needs a Georgie
That's
Revill.
exactly what every kitchen needs.
Very quickly, you did say you have a course tomorrow, and there are a couple of places. How do people get on them?
Okay, they can send me a message on the Cook Shack Facebook page or go to vivaldicatering.co.uk, which is my web page. It's a course tomorrow. It starts at 10:30 to 2:30, and it's nutritional dishes for the family.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
And are kids welcome at that one?
I'm hoping they're going to be at school, and it's been
yes, sorry.
timed perfectly.
Spot the non-parent.
Timed perfectly so that they can do the school run should they need to.
Great.
Georgie, thank you so much for having us here today. Do head to the Manx Radio Facebook page where there will be lots more photographs and a sneaky video after behind the scenes,
Behind
if you
the
will.
scenes. I want to eat one of those deflated buns over there
thank
with my
you.
quiche. Yeah.
Thank you very much to Mark Tiley for producing the show back at Broadcasting House, Ben Hartley for producing our social media, Liz, who's just been absolutely amazing here, and Andrew BC, our on-site engineer. There was, though, only one song we could end with today.
Yeah, it's not called Cook Shack, but it is called Love Shack, and this place is absolutely full of love, and so it just seemed like the correct way to end. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back with you from 2 p.m. I might never leave, just to warn you, Georgie.
Please
I'm just gonna
ever
find
leave.
a space and just stay.
Do you know what? You are welcome here anytime, and we've got a special chair there for you, and we do deliver Prosecco to it.
Amazing. We're sorted. We'll be back tomorrow.